Miami now because I didn't know who the fuck he was when he came in. I didn't know he was actually had a shot at this thing. He's got a shot. He's a safety. He's the best fucking safety, I guess, apparently. On his notebook, he is. So
Cam's #1 safety in the nation.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's crazy.
They will call his name really early in the draft.
I can tell your work ethic is like, I can just see it. You know, you can see like Sterling Shepard did the same thing.
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard and Saquon Barkley I lived with them for a year. They were my roommates. It was a great experience because I learned how you're supposed to be a normal human and work out and all that. And I was like setting off alarms at 3 a.m. But, you know, Sterling just had that, like, you remind me of him. Like, you had that mental discipline. And I think that, you know, when you have so many people coming at you, right, I'm guessing, you know, if you're the top safety league, people are now coming after you heavy. Is that something that ever fucks with your head, or do you just keep your laser focus on football? Or
I try to stay away, kind of veer off. You know, that's why I just kind of stay to myself with certain things, so I just won't.
When you say stay yourself in certain things, though, are you doing like what are they?
What you mean? I just try to stay home as much as possible.
That's smart.
It's like when you go out, you never know. Like you said, I could just be opening this for you, and then somebody else might say that, oh yeah, he's drinking it.
Right.
Right. Oh, the internet's the worst. You're going to learn that. You're going to learn that.
I already know that.
You already know that now?
Yeah.
Have you ever had any controversy?
Nah. I learn off other people's mistakes.
There you go.
That's it. You got any advice for him, Bob? Like any advice with girls or women?
I think that, like, to be honest with you, I try and always maybe offer advice, but I honestly truly think do the opposite. And I'm not like, you know, I made a lot of mistakes and fucked up a lot in my life. Yeah. I think what I'm very good at is, like, you know, setting up short-term deals and that stuff, you know, but you know, yeah, if he lived my lifestyle, yeah, there's no fucking NFL. It's like it ain't happen.
No.
So I say he sticks to the camp plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you had to go, you know, we're gonna watch this one day. We'll watch this interview and look back and say, you know, if one team you could go for in the NFL right now, if you had to, you say you want to play for, who would it be?
Probably like the Dolphins or the Falcons.
Dolphins or Atlanta? Why is that?
Dolphins, they got a nice team. You know, they got Javon Holland. I think I could be like another safety that go next to him. Then Atlanta, that just been a dream team.
Atlanta's a dream team?
Yeah.
Fuck that happened, Cam.
Well, the real reason is because I played for the Falcons when I was young.
What's good, man? What's good? How the fuck that happened, Cam? What's going on, man? We in this thing kind of late on a Saturday, huh? You tell you got no life. Saturday night, man, 11 o'clock, man. We on here talking to y'all. We got 150 people in here, man. I don't know where y'all watching that. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all follow. We about to get in here and talk about some week one, Cam Ward, Damian Martinez. Just right now, talk about some Miami Hurricane stuff. What you're looking at right there is actually Cam Kitchen's interview that we never put out until we opened up the new Villan Discord, and we just actually opened it up. And that with him is Bob Minery. Me, him, and Bob Minery interviewed Cam. Not sure y'all know who Bob Minery is. Give me a thumb up in the comment section. Y'all know who Bob Minery is? Bob Minery. I mean, he probably got 10 million followers in all pertaining to social media. Do y'all know who? I know it's like a delay, so give me a thumbs up if y'all know who Bob Minery is. Real hilarious dude on social media, dog. Real funny dude. But yeah, we kicked off our new membership with the Bob Minery interview, and we got interviewed some recruits, some commits in there, inside the Discord. A lot of the content, a lot of articles in there. I mean, we write 1 or 2 a day, I think, articles about certain things. Ben Hanks information in there. Spoke to Ben Hanks today. A lot of information in there. A lot of things in there done our way. A lot of interviews, like Media Day done our way. We got a lot of funny stuff in there about Media Day. But yeah, if you check out the description If you want to be a villain, the link is in the description. I think it is. I think I dropped it in there. Y'all know Bob Minnery is? It's been a while. It's like, I don't know about who Bob Minnery is, man. The funny guy. Okay, let me see. Bob Minnery. This is Bob Minnery right here.
Meanwhile, this ball boy is a mess. He is lost in space. He doesn't belong on the court. I'll tell you that much. He needs to be. God, there he goes again. Smashes his head against the wall. This kid is all sorts of fucked up. And 40-40. Meanwhile, this ball boy. Well, you thought Hell Week was bad, Peter, huh? For the Americans? Meet Mr. Matsuyaki. This man means business. The toughest drill instructor on the planet. What do you think?
Let's see.
Hey.
You get funny. You get funnier than that, I promise. I promise you get funnier than that.
What do you need? We have the honors. Okay.
Dana White. He's always with Dana White. But yeah, Bob Minnery, the guy who does the voiceovers, man.
Performing well in front of 65 people here. Pretty good stuff. Oh, God. Right off the roast beef sandwich. That's what we call it. She's acting like she's hurt, but you have no idea what that pain's like when you get a big old cock hanging down there with two balls. And she's going to walk that off just fine. That happens to us, guys like us. Well, our kids are coming out with 14 legs, black eyeballs, and we're going to have.
That's Bob Minnery, that guy. I don't know. I don't know if y'all cared that much, but I just had to show y'all who Bob Minnery is. So listen, man, I'm gonna bring my boys in here, man. I'm gonna bring Rich, Kyle in here, man. We're gonna chop it up about some Kane stuff for a second. Kyle, Rich, what's going on, bro?
What's up? What's up? How you doing, man?
What's happening?
Chilling, man. So 1 week down the drain already, man. This thing going pretty fast. Florida, maybe what, 3 weeks out?
3 weeks out.
3
3
weeks
weeks
out.
out. We got some tickets for sale inside the Discord too, man. But if you're not serious, don't even ask about them, cause there's some serious tickets, some row 8 tickets, man. We tried to sell 4 of them. Well, somebody, a member trying to sell them. You can't go to the game, man. So if you're serious about some tickets, man, let us know. Hit us up. Reach out to us somehow. Text 786-405-9499. But now we're about to jump into this thing, man. Every show we do from here on out, Rich, is going to be brought to you by IOD Squad. I don't give a damn. Either IOD Squad or the membership. Shout out. Either IOD Squad or the membership, the Villan membership. These videos are going to be called Villan Takes. Everything's going to be brought to you by our stuff, our property, things we created. So, man, listen. 1 week went by. I've been going to these practices for a long time. Different faces, different coaches. Guys getting after it. It always looks different. It always feels good. On August the 3rd. Then TVD throws 3 interceptions versus Georgia Tech, and the season starts. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to tell y'all this. Y'all fucking do what you want to do. Block me, call me a fraud. I believe Cam Ward's the best quarterback we had here in 20 years. We're going to get into some Cam Ward stuff and see how it could what is he and can it go bad? But I believe he's the best quarterback leader we've had here in 20 years. I don't know, folks. Since Testaverde fucking throwing interceptions at Penn State, I believe Cam Ward is that good. Anybody with me? You with me on that, Cal? Rich? Y'all with me on that?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody in the comment section? Y'all with me on that?
Go ahead, Kyle.
No? Yes, no, maybe so.
It's a tough one. The only guy he's got to leap, and everybody always forget about this guy is Brad Kaya. he got elite Kaya. If he like people forget how elite Kaya was. So if he can, I think potentially what Streeter is saying is accurate. Is accurate. He has the potential for this to be 100% accurate. I'm gonna say that.
I'm gonna say you are quite accurate. I think he's already leapfrogged Kaya because coming out of where he was last year at Washington State, no matter what the record was there, this guy was a draft pick for real. Um, and I don't think that Brad Kaya even from last season was. I think he was better than Brad Kaya even last season. So this year, coming to a stacked team, um, and with the mindset that he has to really be the general on the field, um, I think if he sticks to that mindset, even if it comes down to making adjustments that he needs to make in game, despite what anybody may say, coaches, fans, whatever. I think he's gonna be up there with the greats. He's gonna be up there with the Ken Dorseys and all those the guys we talk about at quarterback that took us to national championships.
Yeah, I felt Brad Kaya was damn good. I like
Well,
Brad, and I didn't understand Mark Rick ushering him out of here. That didn't make any sense to me.
hmm
Brad Kaya best year 2016. 421 attempts, 261 completions, 3,500 yards, 27 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. His second best
Damn
year
good.
was 3,000 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Well, I don't know if that's his second best year because in 2014, he went 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. So,
well, see
Brad Kaya was, yeah. Go ahead.
that goes into your question, Street. I don't know if you were gonna get there. I think you were. Um, we forget. Let's look at it like this. At Brad's apex, Brad was potentially a first round pick. Cam hasn't hit his apex yet, but we heard Cam last year was what going to be a third round or whatever. Brad's apex was hey, this guy's going to be a first round pick, yada yada yada, boom, right? But that goes into a question you were asking. If you're an elite quarterback, or how? Well, I'm not going to question how elite you are, but elite quarterbacks usually put up good records. Like numbers, their numbers are not going to be comparable because Kaya played in a different area. Right now, we're slinging the ball, so those numbers
Okay.
are going to be different, right? But when
Mhm.
it comes to record and elite quarterbacks usually go hand in hand. You know what I mean? So that may be the
Cam Ward,
standard difference between
Cam,
the two.
Cam Ward numbers are eerily they're near the same, bro, as that last year of Brad Kaya. Cam Ward, 3,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, 7 interceptions.
I'm gonna say this too. You touched on something, Kyle, and I want to elaborate on it because it's really the only way to compare with eras when it comes to quarterbacks. I think that when you look at the way the game is played now, Cam Ward is going to make a lot of money in this game at the NFL level because of how it's played. The what we ask of the quarterback nowadays to extend the play, to do a lot of RPO type stuff, to really be that coach on the field as well. I think when you look at who the competition is, especially coming out this upcoming year, that's a big component to me when it comes to how great Cam is. When I look at Kaya, I think during his era, he had a lot of guys doing what he was doing, and that's what kind of you can only play in your era. So that's what kind of why I would say that Cam is a little bit more. I would say a little bit more advanced now than than Kaya was back in the day. So it isn't even about who's better. It's about who's the better fit and what are some of the guys that you're competing against at that particular position.
Mm. It's funny you say that though, because like you said, what's being asked of quarterbacks today, right? I don't even know so much as it's being asked of quarterbacks. It's being accepted of quarterbacks. Remember, like Brad had not that he could. I don't think he could do anything different. Don't get me wrong, but Brad played the game the way that they wanted you to play the game. I don't
Right.
think he can play the game that Cam can play. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Cam is definitely him being more dynamic is definitely one of the reasons he can surpass Brad Kaya. And just so everybody knows, we're not necessarily comparing the two. We're just talking about greatness here. So yeah, Rich, what you're alluding to is why he can surpass Brad Kaya, because there's a different dynamic he can add to the game as well as slinging the pill. But Brad was masterful back there in the pocket. But
He was.
again, different eras. Now we allow you to do those things. Back then, we didn't want you. Remember the scene in what's the Any Given Sunday Street? He's carrying that thing like a loaf of bread. Boy, they used to hate quarterbacks running and trying to take off. What the fuck is he doing? So it's a different era now. He's allowed to, I don't think Kaya could ever do that, but but they both were elite quarterbacks, and I think this is probably going to be the most exciting season for a quarterback, as far as what we're leading up to in a long, and yeah, maybe even ever. Even though we was excited about King was a different package. If you would have gave me Derek King at 6'2" or something like that, different story. So
He'll be Cam
yeah,
Ward.
this could be, basically. So
Hey, check this out. This is just a side note, but I'm hearing in New England Patriots that Joe Milton might be starting over Drake May. Does that
What?
happen? Does that happen?
damn.
Like,
The Patriots got Joe Milton and Drake May.
yeah.
Hmm.
Does that happen 20 years ago?
No. No.
What does the
No.
Patriots? What do the Patriots have over there?
They start from scratch, man.
Nothing. They started from scratch.
I didn't even have. I knew it. When Geno Smith took over at Seattle, I remember his dad telling me, "Yeah, man, he gonna take over, bro. I think it's gonna be his year." I say, like, what's up? What's going on over there? Like, why are they starting him? Like, how is he getting this chance? You know what I'm saying? I think because he can play. I knew he could play, but how is he getting this shot? Y'all know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hey, man, both of the offensive tackles are rookies.
Sacrificial lamb, sink or swim.
And he went in there and lit it up. And that's the year where he said they tried to write me off, but I ain't right back and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Joe Milton started. You gotta give me more information. Like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? It can't Drake May not? They just don't want Drake May to run for his life. They figure Joe got a better chance. Who knows? You gotta give me more information.
Yeah, that's a good
shout out
point.
to Joe, man.
That's a great point.
That's Coach Hayes, boy. Shout out to Joe. Man, So well, let's get to it, Cal. Cam Ward. I'm gonna read you some stats, right? I'm putting it on the table for all y'all, even in the comment section. And I want y'all to answer this question. Incarnate Word 2020, he threw for 2,000 yards and 24 touchdowns in 6 games. What level is the Incarnate Word? What are we talking about here?
I mean, they hire package, so that's all you need to know about that.
FIU, Last Chance U. What are we talking here? What is? I know it's an FCS school because he won an award. What are we talking about here? What level is Incarnate Word? Do we know? Like, who do they play against? Let's see.
That might be homeboy level. What's the quarterback name? What's the backup quarterback you got?
Oh, Poindexter. I mean Reese.
Reese. That might be his level, or maybe a step up. I don't know. Might be something like that.
San Diego State, Prairie View.
They played
Nichols.
Prairie View?
SFA.
Oh God, yeah. That.
Okay. Okay, I get it. I see it. Northern Colorado, Furman, like that. Those schools. Northern McNeese State. Okay. All right. So he threw for 2,000 yards, 24 touchdowns in 6 games. Came back in 2021. He went 10-3, 65% passing rating. He threw for 4,600 yards, 47 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Set the school record for career passing touchdowns, 71, and passing yardage, 6,900 yards.
That's crazy.
Then he
Damn.
goes to Washington. Yeah. Okay, right. See, I'm not writing that off. See, people want to write that off. I'm not writing that off because football is fucking football.
Yeah.
And if you're a beast, you dominate. I tell you that all the time. You can put the beast with the lambs. It's okay. Long as he eating lambs. Like, long as he out there eating lambs head, just throwing them down, then okay. All right. You can put the beast in the wrong goddamn pen. So you bring him to Washington State. He has a all right, decent season. They go 5-7. Let's see.
No, the
They go
first year.
5-7, 2-7, huh?
The first year he goes 7-6.
Okay, the first year was 7-6, right? And it did. I don't know when I was looking at this last year. The first year he went 7-6.
Mm-hmm.
First year 7-6, and then the second year he went 5-7, 2-7 in the Pac-12.
Now, something I want y'all to be pointed out though. When you look at those games last year, I'm gonna just rattle off some of the losses they had, wins and losses. First game they beat Colorado State 50-24. Second game is a win, 31-22. They beat number 19 Wisconsin. Northern Colorado, which is a nobody team, 64-21. They beat Oregon State with DJ Unga Belugi, 38-35. Florida State, yours truly. UCLA, they lose 17-25. Arizona State, this is the only blowout they had that happened versus Arizona. They lose 44-6. Which down at Arizona, they had Fafita at quarterback, and then they had, I think, 2 great wide receivers. Oregon, they come up for that game. They step it up, but they still lose 38-24. Then they lose again to Arizona State, 38-27. They lose to Stanford, who killed Colorado, or took them to the limit, I should say. They only lose by 3 points, so they lose 10-7. They lose to Cal 42-39, so another 3-point loss. They beat Colorado 56-14, and now I see why with how close Shador is with Cam. And then they lose to our boy Penix at Washington 24-21. I rattle those off because it seems like, and I'm not, of course, Cam is one individual, but then you got the whole team. Every time they play in these big games, even though they lost, they always stepped it up. They always played to the competition. And that does say a lot about the leader of your team, which is the quarterback. So even though 5-7 is kind of you look at that and you're like, man, that record ain't all that good. But we all know that Washington team was head and shoulders better than Washington State. But they still somehow rose to the occasion.
Okay, so go back to Incarnate Word real fast. Somebody in the comment section said it, yeah, and I skipped over it. He was awarded the Jerry Rice Award as the top freshman in FCS when he was at Incarnate Word. But he got to Washington, and first year, I mean, his stats was almost kind of like the same. they was almost kind of identical, to be honest with you.
3,200 yards.
3,200 yards in 2022, 3,700 yards in 20. Yeah, in 2023. 23 touchdowns in 22. 25 touchdowns. It's kind of identical. But my question here is this. Pac-12, was the Pac-12 the toughest? Were they the toughest division last year? Was the Pac-12 the toughest conference last year?
Not the toughest.
No.
No?
No.
Y'all sure about nah?
Yeah, I'm sure about that one.
Who they had? They had Washington. Who they had? They had Washington, they had Oregon. Who else
Arizona.
They had? Arizona.
Oregon State. It's some tough team. I mean, you got Colorado State, which is.
Let's see.
No, I don't think Colorado State, but you did have Colorado.
Colorado State's horrible.
No, I'm saying people part of the Pac.
Colorado State horrible. Huh?
I'm just talking about teams that's part of the Pac-12. We named all the good ones.
I thought there was a little deeper than that. USC. Okay. I know they had somebody else.
Argue that.
UCLA suck. Okay, now Utah. That's what we missing. Shout out to Greg Shot.
Oh, Utah.
I knew we had something in there. I knew I was gonna goddamn crazy shot. Shout out to Gage, dog. Utah. So it was Oregon, Utah, Washington, USC. You say nah, y'all say nah, wasn't the toughest?
That's not better than the SEC.
Not better than the SEC?
No.
With a weak Georgia and the lost Alabama?
Yeah, they're still not better than the SEC. Tech, Georgia, Texas, Bama.
Texas wasn't in there last year, were they?
One Texas in the last year?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, no, he's saying was they in the SEC last year. When they start SEC play this year?
Oh no. This year. Yeah.
This year?
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, but it was very competitive. It was the most competitive Pac-12 we've seen in a while. Cam Ward goes 5-7, 2-7 in the conference. My question is, I think he's the greatest quarterback we've had in Miami in 20 years. But if you're a great quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you eventually get your team to more than 7 wins? Is that a reflection of him or a reflection of the team? If you're a great quarterback, great leader, like
I think. Oh man. Yeah. I think it's too much of a team game, and and I'm looking at the SEC again. No, that wasn't better than the SEC. Tennessee and Bama and Auburn wasn't bad, and LSU with your quarterback and hell no. Anyway, nah, right, especially at quarterback. I mean, especially in college at quarterback, you can be dope, you can be great, but you ain't playing with the best of the best on your team. You know what I'm saying? Not always. In the NFL, it may be slightly different because you're still playing with the best of the best. Especially in college, you can be the shit, and your team could just be that much worse than you are as a player. So I'm gonna say nah. I don't think you can hold that against a quarterback in college. I don't think so.
Nah. Nope. Because I think you have 3 components. You do have the quarterback, which is one component. But you also have to have dudes around you, both offensively and defensively. That's the other component. And then as a quarterback, you got to be playing in the system that's conducive to what you do well. That's the third component. I think he had 2 out of the 3. He was an elite quarterback. He was playing in a system that was conducive to things he did well. It's just like that offensive coordinator who used to be at Miami a couple years back, when he said that when they got to a championship game, Michigan had guys, but Alabama had guys. They had guys on top of guys. It was just a whole different level when you're talking about the skill that was, that they were playing against.
Right. Okay. So y'all don't think so. So we've seen some great first round quarterbacks that were just on subpar teams. Like they just
For sure.
yeah.
Just like you take,
Oh yeah,
we
hell
always
yeah.
have this argument. We always have this argument. If Kaya would have stayed one more year and would have played with that Mark Richt team that won 10 games, how far do we go?
Right.
I was just looking at that the other day. Rozier had some monster games that year, though.
He did.
He did. He did,
He
Cal.
did, but
I see you over there frowning and shit. He had
No.
some. I was just looking at it. The weirdest thing, he had some 300-yard game, maybe a 400-yard game. He threw for 123 yards that night versus Notre Dame. That game was that amazing, though.
You said 123.
123 yards. And that game was dog. That game was that epic, dog.
That defense was rocking.
We won at every level.
Shout out to Manny. That was Manny Diaz, right?
No.
Yeah, Manny defense. No, he's saying his defense. That was Manny defense.
Defense.
Yeah.
Shout out to Manny, dude. Shout out to Manny in that defense,
Shout out to
dog.
Manny.
That
For
man
sure.
threw for 123 yards. But he had some monster games that year, bro.
Well, he did, but I love Malik Rozier. I really do, especially after his playing days, man. I gained a lot of respect for Malik, man. I love Malik. But Malik had consistency problems. That was his only issue. It was consistency problems. Like he would have these games where he would have a whole bad half, and then he'd come up and tear it up in the second half. And it's kind of like, dude, if you're consistent from point A to point B, you know what I'm saying? These games are blowouts. Like we got to remember how many of them games that were, really tight games and all that thing. But Malik was nice. But I mean, just in all fairness, Brad Kaya just being it depends. See, if Rick would have been trying to force that stuff on Kaya, like he did with Rozier, trying to make him run because he didn't like Kaya because he wasn't running, it doesn't work, right? But if you tailor your offense to what Kaya does better, yeah, man, we have a hell of a team that year. Like we ended up still having a hell of a team that year. You know what I'm saying? And Malik was a part of that. But Kaya was a better quarterback. He might not have been a good enough fit if Rick was still adamant on doing what he wanted to do. So Rozier fit what Rick wanted to do. You know what I mean? So but yeah, like Rich's point is saying, you put it's a as good as Rozier and that team was, you still know that Kaya was a better quarterback at that point. You know what I mean? Even though Kaya's teams were never as competitive as what Malik Rozier's teams, brought to the table. So it's the same thing with a Cam Ward. You know what I'm saying? He playing for Washington. He can only do so much elevating that's around him, in my opinion.
Okay. That's fair. Today, man, ran into Ben Hanks, man. Ben Hanks, big safety out of Booker T. Washington. Talked to Ben Hanks. I think he's supposed to be committing in August sometime. It is August. I think August the 16th. He's supposed to be committing. It's probably a fight between Miami and Florida. Ben Hanks got a twin sister. I need to know, are we recruiting the twin sister too? Like that's what I need to know. That's what I need. I don't know what she do. I don't know what she play. I don't know. She goes to the rep. I don't know what she do. But I need to know, are we recruiting the twin sister too?
We need to be.
And then if it's a twin out there, we need to be all in.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need to know.
No, we better be.
Ben Hanks' dad went to Florida, man. Florida kind of scooped him up. I think he had some grade issues back in the day. Florida scooped him up. He went there, man, was a hell of a player coming out of Miami High. So Ben Hanks, I think it comes down to Florida, Miami. Don't hold me to that with the NIL looming. It get a little crazy. We just saw DJ Pickett dupe everybody. All right, so man, my next thing. Let's move on to the next thing. What will impact the program and Mario more? A big win at Florida or a 2-touchdown loss? What will impact the program or Mario more? A huge win at Florida or a 2-touchdown loss?
Funny enough, I'm gonna go first on this one. Funny enough, I think a 2-touchdown loss would impact Miami a lot more. You
Yeah,
know why?
explain.
Because I think with a 2-touchdown loss, number one, it doesn't affect anything. We could still play for an ACC championship. Hell, we
Mhm.
could still make the playoffs with a loss to Florida. But what it does is, I think if we have a 2-touchdown loss in that game, I think everything that we did going into the game gets questioned,
Shit.
and we start blowing shit up. We start saying, you know what, Cam, we not even gonna run the ball until you got 300 yards passing. Like, we just start thinking of crazy things to do. I mean, even Cam, a guy who's a leader like that, and all the dogs we got on the team, the Martinez, who came here from the West Coast to come here to win. I really see those guys saying, us having a Tim Tebow moment where them guys is like, we not gonna lose another game. We ain't gonna lose another game. It's not happening. Because you know when you on a stacked team and you let someone linger for too long, I think that the taste that it leaves in your mouth is just too despicable. It's too nasty. I think we just, if something like that happens, I think destiny is not even in the coach's hands. I think the players really take that, if they have that dog in them like we think. I think they take it harder than we've seen a team take a loss, in my opinion. So I,
Okay.
I think this affects this team more. If you
What
if you
what
have
you
two
think,
losses.
Kyle?
I think whoever Jay Stones is drunk or something, and this man keep laying on the keyboard. And the hell he type. Anyway, um, yeah, I'm with Rich, but I think it's gonna be the opposite result. Because so to me, analytically, beating Florida does nothing for me. It gives me bragging rights, for people to get. But Florida is trash. I was gonna say that about Ben Hanks too. I know that, like, I think they're in a situation where, like, Miami was for a couple of years. Like, yeah, you may want your son to go there and all that stuff, but you got to look at it and figure out what's going on over there. Like, you ain't got
Is
Corey Raymond over there, so it's not like I'm sending him to Corey Raymond. Why would I send my son? I'm not saying what this man should or shouldn't do. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like a situation where, dang man, I want my son to go there, but it's just not the right time. Florida's about to be a dumpster fire. That man is finna get fired. Whatever. Anyway, but beating Florida does nothing, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's a great win for us and all that stuff as far as like optics, and not even optics, maybe optics within our community, but not in the grand scheme. You're supposed to beat Florida. It's Florida. Like, they ain't doing too well. They got a G5 coach or whatever the hell he is. It's not going too well over there, right? But
What?
losing
They got a G5
G5
coach.
Billy, yeah, whatever the hell he is, yeah. But losing to them by 2 touchdowns, this is the part where bringing in all transfers or mercenaries can hurt you. Like Rich say, it could have a certain effect. Like us losing to Washington back in, what was it, 2000 or 99, whatever. It can have a different effect where we go on the street and we just start kicking everybody's ass, right? But it can also have that effect of where it's like, bro, it's the same old Miami. I didn't come over here for this bullshit. You can have all your mercenaries start saying, all right, whatever. Because it's hard to get kids you don't know to come over in the off season believe everything that you're selling. We know some of these kids are coming over here for the money and just a bigger level, and yeah, they're gonna put their heart into it and play it. But and these kids ain't necessarily programmed kids. They come in here to fill in gaps and they come in here to win, and that's okay. But we already had one kid halfway quit, right? Or try to quit or whatever the hell it was. So when
He
you
did
start
quit.
bringing in these, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So when you start bringing in these mercenaries and you get a 2 touchdown loss to Florida, man, that shit could backfire. I don't think Cam is built like that. I think Cam will try to
Right.
galvanize the team and say, man, I'm not going out like that. But you can't speak for the rest of the guys that you brought over here. You know what I'm saying? And then it's kind of like all the questions pop up and everybody, all that shit y'all was hating me for, y'all gonna start being like, damn, maybe this thing was kind of right. I'm not saying I want to be right or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But all the questions pop up about our coaching staff and all that kind of shit. Nah, I think that shit could do major, major, major damage, man. And then you start losing recruits, and yeah, that shit could do major damage. So a bigger impact would be a 2 touchdown loss to Florida. And it could go either way, but I'm leaning towards, man, that shit being a really bad sign if we lose to that. That team is trash. I'm sorry, bro.
Man,
Go
if
ahead,
we blow
Street.
Florida out, Mario get an extension. He get extended to 15 years. I think if we blow Florida out, everything that has went wrong the last 15 years is going to be erased in these people's heads, bro.
I don't know about that, Street. We got a long way to go, bro.
You talking about flying high, bro? After getting Cam Ward and getting all these transferred, and it go right in game one, man, these fans gonna lose their mind.
That shit ain't gonna last. That's what I'm saying. I don't, because let's say you beat Florida. What happens if you? What happens? It is for a while, right? But if you beat Florida, what happens if you lose to Florida State again? That's why I say we got too long to go. What happens if you lose to Florida State again? Like
Yeah,
that
but we
shit ain't gonna
taking one
sit
at a
well.
time. We just talking about the
Yeah.
first one.
Oh yeah, for that
Now,
week,
so
yeah, the shit gonna be
when I first started the question, I felt like y'all. I felt like a loss. Now we about to question everything. The underachieving starting again in game one. You know what I'm saying? I did. I felt like y'all that would impact. But I got to thinking about it, man. If they blow Florida out, if they blow Florida out, first of all, y'all, we haven't won a lot of big games in the last 10 years. Like we had at one point, we hadn't lost them all. And then I think we beat what Texas A&M, I guess.
Texas A&M.
At one point, we
He
had
was back.
anytime they was like it's Friday night and you're here, and anytime with prime time, big time. The last 10 years, they had kind of lost.
That's true.
You beat Florida at Florida, bad. Now these people gonna lose their mind.
I think what happens, it's not even just the fans. I think it's also media. It's the optics. I think if we beat Florida, then everybody will be like, see all this stuff we've been doing, all the recruits that we got, the mercenaries, whatever you want to call them. We put the right ingredients in place, or this coaching staff and head coach ultimately has put the right ingredients in place to have a winner. And I think you're going to see Miami jump in the top 25 polls really high. We're top 25 now.
God, I hope not. I hope not.
It already happened.
God, I hope not. Nah, but he talking about jumping far in the polls for beating Florida. The team do not need that kind of inflation. That game is not a telltale. To me, that game is not a telltale sign of anything. That team is ass. Yes, it's a rivalry game, but that team is ass. And I'm not trying to take credit away from a potential win, but that's not a gauge. That's not a barometer. I need to see you. I don't know. I don't even know our damn schedule, but if we play Louisville this year, I need to be able to see you not get out coached by Louisville. I need to be able to see you beat fucking Florida State and they team full of fucking mercenaries. And that's that's the meat and potatoes of this shit. That Florida shit is just fucking window dressing. It's cool. It's like that plate of fucking macaroni and cheese they brought you that looks so good. But you taste that shit is nasty. Florida's ass, man. That shit don't mean nothing to me. You can't bro. It's a great rivalry game to open this shit up. But it's just like Texas A&M. When we beat Texas A&M, and that was a quality win. That team has a fucking stacked team. big bad SEC team, man, and we thought that was it. And then we ended up losing teams like fucking Georgia Tech and that fucking shit in the fucking bowl game against Rutgers. You know what I'm saying? So nah, man, I got to see I need to see the real games, man. I'm sorry, bro. That game ain't nothing to me. That's my personal
Riddle me
opinion.
this. Riddle me this. Why it's like we had the right ingredients to go beat Texas A&M last year, but we didn't stick to that same blueprint, and we started losing a lot of games. So is that a concern? Like if we do go out there and we beat Florida the way we're supposed to, are you a little bit concerned that we might switch things up or do something that
I
just
don't
don't
I,
make no
I
sense?
don't think there's a blueprint for beating Florida. You just beat them. They suck, man. I don't think so. I don't think you're gonna find yourself. I need to see the schedule, but I don't think you're gonna find yourself in that Florida game. It's gonna be afterwards to where you find yourself in what you can do. That's just I just think that lowly of Florida, bro. That shit's a joke to me right now. It's just like
they're that bad? You think they're that bad, Cam?
I do. Like I don't think we're gonna go up there and beat them like we beat Florida State that year we scored 50 something. I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? But I do think they. I mean, it's possible, but I think they are 3 touchdowns less than us. I do think they're that bad. You know what I'm saying? So I can't use them as a barometer for anything. But I understand what Rich is saying. Is that a worry of mine? Not after that game. We got to get to the other games first, and then we'll, you know, figure it out. But that game is, it's a fucking jamboree, man.
He says it's a jamboree.
Heck no.
Like, do y'all? You remember when we played them with Jaron Williams, and we made that a game? We should have won that damn game, but we made that a game,
Yeah.
right? Does anybody think that UL felt that that was a barometer for them? Like, they should have beaten us worse than that. But I don't think they looked at us as like, damn, if we go and beat UM, this is gonna tell what our season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they're much worse than we were at that point. So I don't see it personally. So,
Nah,
but to answer the question, yeah.
Yeah. What?
No, I was just saying to answer the question, yeah. I think the 2 touchdown losses, yeah, yeah.
Bigger impact, yeah.
Big impact, either left or right.
If y'all just tuning in, Sha'Carri Richardson actually captured the silver in the 100-meter dash in the Olympics. That was a couple of hours ago.
Yep.
Very weird situation because Shelly Ann Price is her name, the Jamaican girl.
Yeah.
The Jamaican girl for some reason doesn't show up, bows out of the race. So there's an open lane. She got injured.
So what I was just reading, guys, and I don't know if it was accurate because I'm just getting hip to the story. It was some shit about she didn't arrive on the team bus or something like that, or some crazy shit. So she wasn't allowed to come through. I don't know if that's accurate. I was just reading it somewhere. There was something about her not being on the bus and some new rules or some shit, and so she wasn't allowed to practice in the village or some be there for warm-ups or some shit. So I don't know if she's hurt, but that's what I read. It was some rule or something dumb, sounds like. So she just pulled out of it.
So next to her was the girl from St. Lucia, Julian Alfred. Looked like ice water was pumping through her veins. That girl looked unbothered. I looked at my lady. My lady was like, "Dang, that girl looked like she don't do." Sha'Carri was nervous as hell. You could tell. And then next to Julianne was that empty slot. Well, Julian Alfred won St. Lucia's first ever medal ever. It was a gold medal. She won the gold, but it was the country's first ever medal. You feel me? And Sha'Carri came in second. I think St. Lucia, I think she ran a 10.7. And I think Sha'Carri ran like a 10.9. Let me see.
That's crazy. Yeah, y'all see what them boys saying in the comment section? It says video showing she was denied access at the gate. She was late. That's some bullshit, bro. That's crazy.
Because she was late.
Yeah, she was scratched and was disqualified.
But
That's some bullshit,
her
man.
camp said that she was injured or something, and that made, I guess she took longer to get to where she needed to be, but it didn't make no sense
Mhm.
to begin with.
It
Um,
says Jamaican double champion Shelly Ann Fraser Price missed her Olympic 100 meters semifinal on Saturday after sustaining an injury in the warm up after her preparation was unsettled by security officials delaying her entry to the State de France. So hmm,
It's a
they were
lot
arguing
going
with the
so
on.
officials. Say they was arguing with the officials and they wouldn't let her vehicle enter, and she was trying to
because
come in there and get prepared or whatever. So they've changed the rules. We've come through this gate before, but now they're saying athletes who have left can't use this gate. Come on, bro.
so they didn't let her run because she was late.
Yeah, basically, they told her she couldn't come through the. It seems this is what I'm looking at. It seemed like she couldn't come through this particular gate or some dumb shit or whatever. And they said that they've used the same gate before or whatever, and they're saying that athletes who left can't use this gate. So basically, she was scratched for being late or something stupid.
So what is
What? You
that, like
got
a
scratched by the security guard?
doping thing?
The security guard got you got you scratched.
I guess that's like
Mm.
a doping protocol. Like they think they don't want you taking no performance enhancing anything. You know what I'm
Oh well,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
I see what you're saying. Right, right. But yeah, this girl, Julian Alfred. But my question is, Shakuri should have been the favorite after that, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
And she gets a bad start and look like
a
a real
wobble.
fast wobble, yeah, wobble. And the girl with the long legs, she just wasn't going to catch her, and she wins it. I think with a 10-7. You think
But you know
Shelly
what
Ann
though?
not being there could throw Shakiri
I
off?
think
Like could throw the person that's used to chasing? You know what I'm saying? You think
yes,
her not
yes.
being there? She's used to. We're just used to chasing them, probably, right? Like, and now
That's
the
the thing
person
I was
you're
gonna
used to
mention.
chasing isn't there. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing I was gonna mention because this is like the third time Shakari has started with that wobble, which I don't know what that's all about. But her performance after that bad start is always kind of who she's racing. Like I don't want to say like racing with the competition or whatever, but I do think that that does something to your performance when you know the person that has won 3 times already is not going to be there and you've been chasing her for the past 4 years. So I think it does
Right.
something.
Um, Yeah, athletes are creatures of habit, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Olympic athletes probably more than anybody because they train 3-4 years just for this one moment and stuff. So everything is probably repetition and it's the same. It's the same, and something like that might have thrown her off. She could have, because those girls are friends. They may not call each other every day with their friends, so she might be in her head like, "Damn, what the hell happened?" And just that split second of thought I'm not
Yeah.
making an excuse for her to lose or nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying. But yeah, any little thing could probably throw them off. You know what I mean? These girls are creatures of habit. But at the same time, hey, it's one race, one time, and all it takes is for somebody to have a really good day and you to have a split second mess up or whatever. So hey, shout out to St. Lucia, man. I'm proud of that girl. You know what I mean? Good
Yeah.
job. Their first gold medal, man. Shout out to them.
And
Yeah,
Shakiri, I mean, Shakiri has to be what, 22 years old, maybe? Her first Olympics? Let's see how old Shakiri is.
24.
24?
Yep.
Her first Olympics? Yeah, man, you can tell she was just, I mean, so
Hmm.
shout out to her. She medaled, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I never thought we were gonna ever see her on a big stage again.
You did, bro.
Yeah,
Damn.
I thought it was gonna spiral in the other way, the other way. You know what I'm saying? But they say she got a new
Mhm.
coach, and they say the coach is the real deal. I forget his name. Put some good people around her, and kind of they went in another direction. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
I thought. Yeah, remember when she was talking, like, you know what I'm saying? When she did, she started talking. I thought I didn't think she would ever bounce back from that. but she did. In fact, like it wasn't even a hiccup.
Right. Nah, she's a
Past
true
6
athlete.
months, yeah.
Huh?
The past
Go ahead,
6 months, she has been. Her mindset has been different, and she's been locked in a lot more the past 6 months. And I think that is a testament to coaching. She's 24, and I hope that over the next 8 years, you know, we get to see her continue to do great things for sure.
She looks cleaner. She looks cleaner, right?
Yeah.
Like you saw when they first picked up like like when they first picked up Glorilla. You see what she looked like now. That's how Shikari is to me. Like she looks cleaner. Like something looks like more. Obviously no surgeries and like that, but she just looks more. I don't know the word for it, right? She just looks better.
More
Like
groomed, healthier. I made
groomed, healthier. I don't mean prettier. I mean just better. She just looks the part. Look more. Not that anything was wrong with the way she looked or she was doing anything wrong. It just something looks. It just looks. I don't know. I can't. It just looks different. So
I made. Listen, Glorilla. Listen, I made it my job. Me and my lady look at Glorilla before she became famous. Because we done seen it so many times. Like when she was on that car and she was singing that song about F her boyfriend. I made it my job to say, hey, listen, let's watch how she look in 6 months. Watch this.
she got a team.
No, she looks totally different. Like they could make anybody look like a star.
Street,
so listen,
there's a picture she took the other day, and it's her and either I guess those same girls on their homegirls are her cousins, and it's they all used to look like they supposed to be together. And when you see that picture now, it looked like she don't belong with none of them girls.
they all look like girls walking to the corner store to get a frozen cup and pumping them.
Yes.
They all look like, and now look like Nicki Minaj taking the girls in the hood to the corner store to get a frozen cup.
Yes, boy. Money make miracles, boy.
Yeah. She awesome though, man. I love her personality, dog. I like how she has spun the natural body, little booty thing into something for, you know what I'm saying? So listen, bro. You want to become a villain? The link is in the description. We started this off with a video that we never put out. That's in there. We got some interviews with recruits. It's in there. We got a lot of articles in the new Discord, man. And the link is in the description if you want to become a villain. I may do something special for y'all when we get off here for maybe a few hours, maybe lower the price and let y'all jump in there if I feel like it. This week of practice, man, was a great week of practice, bro. I looked at Damian Martinez. I thought he was short when we saw him. We was like, oh, man, they lied to us, man. They snuffed us. That's why they sent him here late, man. He 5'9", but he ran close to me today. Like, he got close to me today, and I was wrong, man. He's about 6 foot, 5'11". It's just when you're standing next to 6'5" linemen, you know what I'm saying? That you are like, it's like the basketball thing. You think Al Iverson's short until you meet him in person. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He ran close to me today, and no, he got some size on him, and he's a thick kid. I just like his running style. I like his running style. Practice is basically the same, man. Not a lot of blasting of the music and a lot of dancing, not a lot of loose stuff. They seem to be more about business. Remember how I told you how Alabama looked before they beat the death out of us that time? We was warming up, and then I looked at us warming up, trying to dunk the ball between the goalposts, like niggas falling and shit. It looks more business-like. It looks more, I think, because competition has arrived. I think competition has arrived, and somebody is on your ass. And I think that is the biggest thing in the locker room. When the dude behind you can take your job, that can bust pipes. You feel me? Pressure that can bust pipes. So they seem to be more. It seemed to be like a more or a locked in type of atmosphere, business type of atmosphere. One thing about competition, man, y'all got to understand, y'all, everybody ain't gonna play. I know it's been a long time since we remember Frank Gore waiting on Clinton Portis and Willis McGahee. I know we forget how that felt. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, it's only go 11 on defense, 11 on offense. Everybody ain't gonna play. You sit up here and we do these shows in the Discord and stuff, and our members be asking us, "Not gonna get some burn? What about Chance Robinson? What up?" Like everybody knows. Listen, some of these guys gonna get bigger, stronger, faster, like Ray did, and their year will be next year. Some of them. Everybody gonna play. You got a little depth going on. When it comes to the wide receivers, the linebackers, Coach Lance was spewing just his love about the D-line depth. Man, we thought the D-line was gonna be a problem, man. Coach Lance said, man, he got D-lineman for days. Yeah. So everybody
work in the portal.
Martinez runs like Marshawn Lynch. Anybody agree with that? Not as aggressive, but I can see the style. Not as aggressive, but I can see the style. Like I see what they're saying, but not as aggressive. I don't think at the point of contact he's Marshawn Lynch. I don't think anybody's Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah. I would say this about playing time. The only thing about playing time, man, is I think with the new scholarship limit, man, I wouldn't necessarily worry about playing time anymore, because it used to bother me when certain guys get playing time, because it's like, dang, man, you like bounce after this or whatever. But now it's kind of like you don't have to worry about. Coaches will probably fight for kids to stay more now. You don't have to worry about pushing guys out to bring guys in and all that kind of stuff. We got room for everybody now, so. Might not see your favorite guy this year, but we got time now. I think it's different now. You know what I mean?
If we had if we had 20 more scholarship spots a year ago, who would still be on the team?
I would like to think.
Najee Kelly.
Ooh.
Archimpong, probably.
Archimpong, definitely. I think I would like to think Cyrus Moss, but I don't know that whole. Might have been a little too much talking there.
Jaden Wayne.
I
think Flag left on his own though. Cal homeboy.
Flag would have been gone regardless. Yeah, no, because he wanted more, and he wasn't gonna get it here. When I say more, I mean more everything, probably. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys that probably was good. Yeah. Who else did we lose?
A lot.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of them young guys.
What's the defensive lineman, number 81? I loved him. I hate he went to SMU.
Hunt. Yeah.
Louisville or SMU?
SMU.
Yeah, Harrison Hunt. Yeah, I love that guy too. A lot of guys would have still been here, I think. Especially the young guys. Like somebody said, was it Pulliam or Pullman? How you say his last name? Pulliam, right?
Pulliam.
Whatever.
Pulliam. Yeah.
Pulliam would probably been here. Yeah, you'd have had a chance to. We had to move guys around this year because we got Cam Ward. Mario said we got Cam Ward. We're gonna fucking compete. So we had to move guys out and make scholarship rooms. Man, it sucked, but I understood it. You know what I'm saying? But if we had this a year ago, which we should have, we wouldn't have had that problem. We have brought guys in. We would have Mario would have created depth faster if we would have had this shit a year ago.
Right. True. You say he would have created it faster?
He would have created depth faster. Yeah, for sure.
They were saying Cam Ward cursed the other day during the press conference. He was saying really mean as shit. They asked him about winning, and I think he said something like, Yeah, man, we believe we're gonna win. We really mean this shit when we say we're gonna win. Like that, I'm gonna say like that. He was a little agitated when he came that first day to the mic. They must be had them, the defense had them beat him because he said it. Yeah, he was a little agitated. They must be had them got their behind. But what he said, they got their behind. All right, man. Last one before we get out of here, man. What does a 9-3 record mean for the program?
Underachievement.
Are you asking going forward or the
What does
reflection
it
of the
mean?
program?
If this thing ended 9-3, we was on our space. Drew was in there. Drew was like, this thing 12-0, bro. Like, I don't think it's 12. Like, what would 9-3 mean?
I think Eddie just said it. 9-3 means mid coaching, mid program, mid everything. You just get what the guy in life. We just can't get right. So I mean, 9-3 means. Well, I take it back. I'm gonna say it like this. Well, no, I was going to go back to what I said before the season, but that's different now that we got Cam Ward and we went for it. It's different now. So 9-3 ain't it? 9-3 mean like, bitch, you spent my money and you bought some bad mangoes or something. I don't know.
9-3.
Yeah,
Man,
What does 9-3?
9-3 in 2025 would be better than 9-3 in 2024. And I say that because after this year, well, for this year, or after this season, I should say, we lose Cam Ward, we lose Martinez, we lose a lot of pieces that came over in the transfer portal. So we lose a lot of leadership. Then I can accept a 9-3. But this year, with all the leadership we got, it's at least 10-2.
I think you see what everybody's saying. I think an injury to Cam Ward is the only way 9-3 is acceptable because your dumbass didn't get a fucking backup quarterback anyway. But that's the only way that shit is acceptable. I don't give a fuck who. I don't care if Bane go down. I hope he doesn't. But I don't care if Bane go down. Going 9-3, Cam Ward injury is the only reason you can go 9-3. You go 9-3, man. It's not enough to get you fired, but it's kind of just like it's enough to get people rolling their eyes at you.
We got 1,000 people in here, bro. Shout out there. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share, man. If you want to become a villain, the membership, the link is in the description. I'm going to do this. It was $4.99 and it was $9.99 for the first 2 or 3 days, and then it went back up to $9.99 and $19.99. I may put it down for another 12 hours. Let me think about it before we get out of here. We're about to get ready to get up out of here. But I want everybody to look really goddamn slow. 9-3. Everybody pay attention to the. Everybody pay attention.
Look at the schedule.
Pay attention to the goddamn screen. Let's go. I'll make this as big as I can. 9-3 means one of these, 3 of these teams beat us. I'm gonna scroll this shit really slow, Kyle and Rich. You motherfuckers beat us if we go 9-3.
Ready? Let's see. Ass. Put. Might be a little delay. Let's see what. All right. Oh my God, we can't lose the fucking Manny Diaz.
Bro.
Let's see, ass. Georgia Tech. We lost to that ass last year. Wake Forest. Ass. Shit,
I'm
man, there's no way.
back up real slow. I'm gonna scroll it back up
Please
real
do.
slow.
Please do. I start again.
If we go to 9-3, that means 3 of these teams beat us, dog.
Man.
See, ass.
If Duke is not an automatic win, I'm calling Mario Manny for the rest of his tenure here. If Duke is not an
For
automatic
sure.
win.
I think that's his middle name anyway. Call that
Is
nigga
it?
Manuel. Yeah, I'm calling that nigga Manuel Cristobal.
They say Mario done changed, though. They say he done changed. He gonna let the coaches coach. They say he done let up a little bit. He recruiting like
Child boo.
a man. 3 of these teams, y'all. Dog, look in the comment section. Y'all paying attention? All 1,000 of y'all. If we go 9-3, that means
That 3 right there.
teams beat us, dog.
Yep.
Listen. Okay, Florida State rivalry game. Fine. Florida State, Florida rivalry games. Those can go either way. Kyle seemed to think that Florida is goddamn San Jose State or something this year. He seemed to think they horrible. So those are rivalry games. Maybe those could go either way. Maybe. That means Virginia Tech or Louisville got to get us. If Georgia Tech get us again, I'm sorry, call them fight. I don't know who called. Georgia Tech beat us again, said somebody call them fight. I don't know who called here. Y'all gonna go ahead and just bail me out, dog. But bro, we beat Florida, so that means we beat Florida. I'm trying to say if we lose 3 games, that means if we beat Florida.
I can tell you where it's at. That's the stretch right there. Right there. Keep going. Slide down. Slide down. That's a 3 game. That's a 3. Go slide down a little bit more. That's a 3 right there. Right there. Stop. That's a 3 game losing streak right there. That's the only way we lose 3. Is that's a 3 game losing streak, which would be the fucking pits. That would be the worst thing ever. That's the only way we can lose 3 games.
Oh
yes, that's it. That's it, and that's trash. Those are the only 3 games that should give you. And I'm just putting Cal in just because they in that stretch, but that's the only games where you should be. All right, halftime we need to make some adjustments. Everything else should just be, But nah, man.
People seem to think Virginia Tech is going to be decent. They ranked, I think.
Whatever.
Bro, this is Cal last 5 seasons. In 2020, they went 1-3. In 2021, they went 5-7. In 2022, they went 4-8. And in 2023, they went 6-7.
See what I just said? I just put them in there just because they was in that stretch run. That's it. That's the only reason I put them in there. I know Cal ain't good, but that's the only reason I put them in there. Unfamiliar opponent. You know what I'm saying? We going out west. Whatever.
Go to them for the first time.
Yeah, that's the only. I just put that fluke out there. That's all I was saying. But Louisville can actually coach, and Florida State is Florida State. It's a rivalry game, so that's why I say that's the only 3 game. That's the only 3 game stretch. Oh my god, there's no way, bro. 9 and goddamn 3.
Dog, even though I do that joke every year about, that's a win. That's a win. Always in August when you're looking at the schedule. Oh, that's a win. I don't see 2 losses. Oh, that's how it is. Even though I do that joke, dog, literally this year, it's hard to see 3 losses on that schedule, bro.
It is hard.
It's hard.
We got one of the weaker schedules this year.
My schedule is always weak, bro. But god damn, I don't like playing the schedule game. But I'm just for the sake of this conversation, bro, to go 9-3. Come on, bro. With that, okay. I want everybody to resign.
Cal don't know who they gonna have at quarterback. They still trying to decide that, and they're deciding with 2-star kids at quarterback at best. Vatek has a lot of pieces that they have to shore up. I think they're like 2 years away from doing that. Louisville can actually coach. That's a scary one.
Right.
Florida State is a scary one. Georgia Tech is scary because of the way that they play. If we let them be as physical as we are, we're in trouble. But our trenches are just so much better than theirs. There's just no way. There's no way.
Yeah, last year was like that too.
Yeah. You mean last year
So
we was thinking there's no way?
no, I'm saying last year was better than them from top to bottom, left to right. Everything they had, there was nothing they could do that could compare to what we had. And what
Right.
the fuck
Right.
was that?
They out
Right.
hustled us. They out hustled us. That's their way that they play football. We gotta. I remember when UVA had that quarterback who couldn't really throw, the white kid. And then he went to NC State. They used to play us that same way where you're like, man, we should really beat this team, but they're so scrappy that the only way you win is if you really get down and dirty with them and you fight back. I think Georgia Tech is like that, but I think we would have learned from last year for sure.
Somebody in the comment
I
section
think
say, "What if we go? What if we go 11-1, but the only game we lose is the FAMU? I give you, I give you 1979. FAMU rallies,
Oh Lord.
comes to Orange Bowl, running with wishbone offense and knocks off the Miami Hurricanes. FAMU beat us before, dog. And this game is on YouTube. If you go watch it, dog, it's a weird game where it seemed like it was an even match, bro. It was like you're not, you know what I'm saying? It was an even match in 1979. FAMU beat Miami. I think the coach was Snellenberger. I think maybe he had just got here. I think, or he was about to take over. But yeah, man, 1979 FAMU came down here and beat us in color. So yeah, man, it has happened before, but I take that. I take 12-1 with a loss to FAMU. Y'all taking that?
Yeah, I mean, 11-1 is 11-1, whatever.
Yeah.
If we win the ACC and a playoff game, then yes, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, I'm telling y'all gonna be mad at me, but we lose 3 games this year. Jason Taylor's going to the Miami fucking Dolphins. Goddamn Gidry going back to fucking LSU. Goddamn Dawson already probably tired of this shit anyway. He out this bitch. And man, come on, bro. There's no way we finna 9-3. Man, bro. No.
I asked Jason Taylor this year, man, does he want to be a DC or head coach? I asked him last week at Media Day, man, and he was like, bro, I don't do anything mediocre.
Yep.
For a lot of people who don't understand Jason Taylor, I wish I would have pulled up the interview. But I started off saying, but Jason Taylor, listen, man, I've been covering you since you were coaching 8U. Jason Taylor used to coach 8U, 9U football. I think it was the Broncos. I think it was the Davie Broncos. I covered Jason Taylor Wednesday night football, 8:00 PPO. Jason Taylor coaching against Man from PPO, goes in his mouth in a showdown. Bro, listen, Jason Taylor has been in the coaching trenches. He loved this. He's a passionate coach. He's not just some Hall of Fame guy that looks good on the calendar. That just out here dog. He really loves coaching. If you want to check that out, I don't know if that one is public. Well, it's on our Instagram. The whole interview is in the Discord though, and he just talks about why he does it. Jason Taylor passionate about this, and he said he wants to move up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said he wants to. He said he don't do anything mediocre. He says he wants to move up. So yeah, bro. So for people who think Jason Taylor is just out there, he don't recruit. No, man. The man been putting in his work for free with coaching. Now his kids probably were out there. You know what I'm saying? His kids probably were out there. They was there at St. Thomas. But I see his passion, dog, and it's not about his kids. The man loves football, and I think he's going to be a head coach one day somewhere. Now that he's confirmed that is his goal. Like he wants to, you know what I'm saying, do it big.
That's what's up.
You got 1,000. You got 1,000 in here, man. What's up? Go ahead, Rich.
I was about to say this is a perfect segue. Speaking of Hall of Famers, we had two U alumni go into the Hall of Fame today in Andre Johnson and of course the best return guy ever, Devin Hester.
The greatest. The greatest.
For sure.
So
Devin
baseball
Hester.
history.
Overdue. It was overdue, but we here. It didn't take that long, but we here.
Y'all see the video when he walk up to Dion at the when you see Dion at the Hall of Fame?
Nuh-uh, I didn't see that.
Let me wind it for y'all. Dion took him in under his wing. I think he actually lived with Dion for a little bit when he was going through it all. That's where all that emotion come from. I hit him up. He didn't hit me back. Yeah, I talked to Devin Hester. Devin Hester has a little son that plays. I've covered his little son before. But yeah, I know for a fact Dion took him in. He told me about it. Dion took him in for a while, and Devin Hester had a long road, man. Like Miami kind of messed him around in the beginning. He was trying to get in. He had to sit out and wait. And it turned out the way it turned out. When he got when he got on that field, it wasn't even a doubt. It was the first time he touched the ball deep back to receiver, and that's freshman Devin Hester. Ain't gonna never forget that. And that was versus Florida too, right? I think he could have ran that shit back 3 times in a row. They kicked it to him. They would have touched him nail time. That's what it looked like.
Hey, look.
What's up?
Oh no, go ahead and finish, bro. I got you.
No. I was just saying. I never forget that guy saying that deep back to receive. That's freshman Devin Hester. I didn't know who he was. This wasn't in the time where recruiting was prevalent. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously, the commentator knew who he was. And he caught it and ran that thing back. They didn't even touch him. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. And that was versus Florida. But yeah, so he went in, and who else? Andre Johnson went in?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You think Andre Johnson is going to be one of those guys that we forget in 10 years because he's so quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always going to be like, oh, yeah, man, remember Andre Johnson? Because you don't ever see him or hear him.
Yep. And the fact that he played on stacked teams, so it wasn't like he was Calvin Johnson, right? Like he, had all the records in college because he's the only person you throw into or anything like that. But that boy was a fucking beast. Beast of a beast. Like if you create a receiver in the lab, if you don't create Calvin Johnson first, you're gonna create him. Crazy.
But Jermaine will say, question, Mr. Streeter, how does Billy Napier run his attack with no running backs and a suspect offensive line? Lagway now may be needed for carries. I mean, he's referring to Florida running back Montrell Johnson, who I picked to be the SEC goddamn running back of the year on my SEC way too early all SEC team. I picked Montrell Johnson to be the running back of the year in the SEC. He outrushed NTN last year. A lot of people don't know that. NTN had more touchdowns, but he had more yards at Florida than NTN that went to Georgia. But he's hurt. He got hurt. And they're trying to nurse him back. They claim it's week to week. But he got hurt in practice, I think.
I mean, I wouldn't look for that to be a reason why we win or we beat Florida ass. I think that they're just ass. So we just got to win. Like,
yep.
They probably got another running back there. I mean, they recruit 4-star and 5-star kids just like we do. It's just it comes down to, are we going to be the better coach coach team. And are we gonna let all that talent we got showcase what they got? That's what it boiled down to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, man. Let's get up
So
out of here, bro. That's our first show for today. You got something you want to say, Cal?
nah. Well, I was gonna say originally, like we was looking at Devin Hester, you see him hugging Dion and crying, man. If nobody don't know his story, man, he told it on the pivot, and y'all should listen to it, man. And I just kind of wanted to put this out there. Like I lost the I lost a homeboy earlier in the month to suicide, right?
Uh-huh.
You look at Devin Hester's story. The reason I'm gonna make this correlation, man, is a guy like Devin Hester. Everybody's not gonna be a football player, right? But a guy like Devin Hester, he makes it because he didn't quit. Like somebody literally like went out there and tried to sabotage this man, and it almost messed up his career, but he didn't quit, man. So just for everybody watching in life in general, man, but not just sports, man, is yeah, we don't know how things are gonna turn out, but man, don't quit. Like that's why he crying like Street is saying, man, like man, was his mentor. He had a lot to go through, man. He almost just didn't make it. And I think he said he was trying to go back home. He was ready to quit.
Uh-huh.
But
Right.
when you don't, bro, you persevere, and that's how it come out on the other end, man. And that's all that frustration and all that accomplishment, and that's how all that shit come out, man. So guys got to go out there, man, and look, in life and sports, man, just don't quit. And I'm hoping that's the kind of team we got this year, man. Y'all boys don't quit, man. Just go out there and just keep on grinding and stuff, man. And you come out on the end like that, bro. That shit is beautiful, man. That's why I keep looking at that shit, man.
You say you lost a homeboy to sorry to hear that, dog.
Yeah, I mean, but that's something that we deal with, right? You know what I'm saying? And I think it's happening more often these days with people. You know what I'm saying? I think we're all aware of it and we see it, man. And it's just, man, things get in your way. But I read something the other day where something said like when some things happen, it's either meant to teach you a lesson or to be a wall in your life. But you got to choose which one it's gonna be. That boy quit. I think what Devin said, then his mama make him go back to school or stay at school or some shit like that.
I think he said his mama.
Yeah, his mama made him stay at school because she know you can't just give up on stuff, man. So just watching this moment with him and Dion, and Dion probably knew the story at the time and was talking. You know what I mean? Hey, you watch that, man. That's a beautiful sight to see, bro. You watch all your hard work pay off, man. But that's how life is gonna be, man. Your hard work gonna pay off. You just gotta keep on going, man. Shit.
And that's the unique thing, or that's one other unique thing about, I'll say, football in South Florida too, is that we have such a large concentration of guys who have played at the higher level, played in the NFL, played big time college football, and they come back down to coach, and they come back down to mentor. Um, this is you create that pattern. You create that system, that feeder pattern, if you will, of support that guys need to continue to realize their dreams. So shout out to all the coaches out there who are mentors.
Hmm.
Those old school coaches. Um, I forget the one coach who was also Andre Johnson coach, but he coached at New Orleans too. Um, and he was at Canton, I guess. Probably invited by Andre Johnson. But shout out to those guys, man. Shout out to being a mentor in general. You never know when somebody needs a different perspective on something.
Hmm. Yeah, these guys are. I mean, yeah, we gotta be proud of. We gotta be proud of our Florida athletes, man, because y'all know we get a bad rap for everything and any little thing, and man, and it was something somebody sent me the other day, man. Like, especially we as men, we often get brought down and talk bad about so much about the things we don't do, but they'll never show the things that we do. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like this, and like they saying in the comment section, man, Teddy Bridgewater could have been sitting on somebody's bench still making $3, $4, $5 million.
Yeah.
Teddy out there, right? Teddy out there busting his ass and coaching for a fucking $1,000 stipend or whatever the hell it is they give you. You know what I'm saying? And so and you look at guys like what Jason. I saw the Jason Taylor interview, and he talked about how passionate he was and how everything is about the kids and all that kind of stuff, man. So hey, look, man, we got to give our athletes props, man, for everything they do, whether they make it or. It's a bunch of coaches out here, man, and mentors and stuff out here, man, that just out here just grinding just because, man, they want to, send the next Andre Johnson to the Hall of Fame or whatever it is, man. You know what I mean? So, shit, shout out to South Florida, man. We got some good athletes and some good men, bro.
For sure.
No, that's it. I interviewed Teddy Bridgewater today, man. He was at Hotbed Media Day today, man. He actually talked about that. He said he made a promise to come back and lead the kids, coach the kids. He said that's what he did. He could have just stayed in the league, got a check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he back at Northwestern, right in the fray.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what he said he gonna do. So shout out to him, man, because you don't ever get them stories don't ever get promoted like the rest stories get promoted.
Sure.
So definitely shout out to him. All right, man, let's get up out of here, bro. I appreciate y'all. Listen, I'm gonna let y'all end with the video we started with, man. It's our interview with Bob Menery and Cam Kitchens, bro. That's in our villain section. I'll let y'all watch a little bit of that on the way out of here. If you want to be a villain, want to be a part of membership, it's in the description down there. Or if you want to join IOD Squad Investor Dive, where we trade every day in the stock market. We're in the Discord. We put out plays every day. 786-405-9499. Just send a text. Maybe Kyle will let y'all see his portfolio. He done blowed up. He done blowed up in the stock market, man. That boy, Freedom, man, if I get them 25,000, he been said that for years, man. Now he done blowed up. Now he got unlimited trades, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm happy for him. So if you're going to give around with IOD Squad, 786-405-9499, send us a text. Just hit IOD Squad. Here's the interview right here with Cam Kitchens, me and Bob Menery that we put up in the Discord. I'm gonna let y'all watch a little bit of that on the way up out of here. Let's see. Just had it up. I don't know what I did with it, dog.
No, but I'm cheering for Miami now because I didn't know who the fuck he was when he came.
Bob, crazy, man. All right, man, let's get up out of here, man. This is our first one of the year, but it won't be our last one, man. And let's pray to baby Jesus we don't find 3 losses on that goddamn schedule. This is Bob Menery, me and Cam Kitchens last sitting down.
I didn't know you were playing that, right?
Cam loves it.
Yeah. Because they would really just sell your jerseys, Miami, and I would be like so fucking pissed.
What about the video game, Bob? They fucking had a whole video game made out of it.
Yeah, but they only use the numbers.
Yeah, but it was still a player. It was still a player regardless.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's not as serious.
We knew who the person was.
We knew.
Yeah, but the number 17 won't sell. If it's your name, then it will sell.
I get what you're saying, but when we playing the game, we know who.
Did you play the game?
Oh, we definitely know who it is now.
Top 10 in the world.
Now it's back out. I'm about to fight it.
I was, dude.
I'm not.
I play with Miami.
Yeah,
yes, I did. Yeah.
You knew who the fuck was on the team, right?
I always started you. I always put you in. Now, when was it? When were the times where they? Well, actually, they still got to do the numbers.
Well, they're coming back with it now, and I think they're gonna be able to use names, right?
Yeah.
So who does that deal happen with? I wonder.
I think they're gonna eventually have.
It's gonna be with us.
Yeah.
The NCAA owns the rights to you guys, right?
That was what it was. Then Ed O'Bannon fought the shit.
And then they finally had this huge controversy, and they said, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna have pressure. We got to let them get paid.
Yeah. Ed O'Bannon fought it. He took it to court for years, and basically everybody got 5 cents from the deal, but he won.
The only hard
man,
part
we out
about,
here, man.
You know,
everybody
playing
to be
the
a
devil's
villain, man.
advocate,
We out.
You know, and there's no reason to because you're an amazing football player. You're gonna do great, but